It's a very interesting reading. Sure, let us read our Madhukunda का सत्ता. कहाँ तक पढ़ा था हमने?
ये तो भिक्खु विषय पेज 2.
कौन से नंबर बोलो? 200 में लेफ्ट साइड में नंबर्स लिखे हुए हैं.
I think that 202 से एक पैराग्राफ है.
ये तो निदानम भिक्खु है. So we remember the context. Then Dandapani comes and asks questions from him. क्या पढ़ाते लिखाते हो? तो he answers him कि मैं ये ऐसी शिक्षा देता हूँ जिससे कि आपस में झगड़े ना हो. So he gets upset. He thinks that वो शायद मेरे को ही कह रहे हैं कि झगड़ा लूँ या कुछ है. And he walks out. And then Buddha goes and tells this to the भिक्खुस कि ऐसा हुआ. दंडपानी आया और उसने ये कहा, मैंने ये जवाब दिया कि वो कहते हैं कुछ हमें समझ नहीं आया था कि कौन सा डॉक्ट्रिन है जिससे कि ऐसा हो कि आपस में लोग झगड़ेंगे नहीं. So then Buddha gives them a crisp presentation which makes them still confused. यतो निदानम भिक्खु पुरुषम प्रपंच संज्ञा संख्या समुद्याचरन्ति. If भिक्खु, that because by which one is perceptions and notions are linked with mental proliferations. It's a chenathi avinandati. If there is nothing to अभिनंदन होती है, किसी को पकड़ कर relish करना, welcome करना, अभिनंदन करना. अभिवादेति doesn't get relish it. Ajosita भी doesn't remain attached to it. Esavanto raga anusayana. Then there is the end of raga, underlying tendency of raga. So if with regard to the cause whereby perceptions and notions accompanied by mental proliferations, if they assail a person, and if that towards that cause there is nothing to relish, then to remain attached to it, then there will be the end of the underlying tendency of craving, of great passion, or raga. Similarly, then there is the underlying tendency of aversion that also is reduced because ना आप इसको relish कर रहे हो, ना आपको hate कर रहे हो. Ditthi anusayam, the underlying tendency to have views. Vichikiccha anusayam, underlying tendency to have doubts. Esavanto mana anusayam, so the underlying tendency of mana, that is conceits, the self-view. Esavanto bhavaraga anusayam, the underlying tendency for passion and becoming. Esavanto dandadanana sattadana kalaha vigaya vivadatu tumavatuvam pesuna. Then that is the avidya anusayam, underlying tendency of ignorance. वो भी अगर नहीं खत्म हो जाएगी तब that is the end. Esavantu dandadana sattadana. That is the end of taking our rods and weapons. कलह विगह विवाद, कलह विवाद में जो है आपस में quarrels and disputes, and tuvam, doubts, and pesuna, musavadam, slandering and false speech, and ethete papaka akusala dhamma aparisesana vimsanti. That is where the evil, unskillful tendency cease without remainder. Aparisesa, कोई शेष नहीं रहेगा, समाप्त हो जाएगा. Idam boche bhagava. This is what the Enlightenment said. idam vatavano sugatu uttha yasana viharam pavisati. And having said it, he got up and went into the vihara. This is what we had read last time. So now we can read next. Atkotesam bhikkhunam achirapakhatat uchirapakhantasya bhagavato etad ahosi. Then जब भिक्षु ने अचिर थोड़ी देर बाद ही पक्कंतस्य भगवान के थोड़ी देर बाद जाने के बाद ही एतद अहोसी, दिस थॉट अकर्ड टू द मॉन्क्स, ये विचार उनके मन में आया। इदम खोनो अवसो भगवा संक्षिप्तेन उद्देश्यम उद्देशित्वा, ये जो ब्रीफ संक्षेप में भगवान ने स्टेटमेंट दी है, विखारेण अर्थम अविवेजित्वा, और उसका डिटेल मतलब बताया नहीं। उत्थायासाना विहारम पवित्र, और उठ के चले गए। अब क्या हुआ? ये तो निदानम एंड देन रिपीट कि भाई इफ विद रिगार्ड टू द कॉज सेम थिंग जो उन्होंने कही, कहते हैं ये सब कहा उन्होंने, अब मुझे समझ में आया नहीं। कौन को इमस्य भगवता संक्षिप्तेन उद्देश्यस्य, कौन है जो इस संक्षेप में दिए गए उद्देश्यों को, प्रवचन को, टॉक को वित्थारेण अर्थम अविविधस्य वित्थारेण अर्थम विभाज्य, तो इस बात को गहराई से लंबा करके डिटेल में समझा सके तो कौन है ऐसा। अथोतेसम भिक्षुनाय अहितदहोसी, तो मैंने सोचा इसके बारे में। अयम को आयस्मा महाकच्चनो सत्सु चेव समनाविन्नितो संभावितो च विन्यूनम स ब्रह्मचारिणा। ये वेनरेबल महाकच्चन जो है, भिक्षु जो है, मित्र आयस्मा होता है फ्रेंडली रिस्पेक्टेड, महाकच्चनो सत्सु चेव समनाविन्नितो, जो टीचर है वो भी उनको बहुत प्रेज करते हैं इस बात के लिए। एंड च विन्यूनम सब ब्रह्मचारी, और उनके जो विज्ञान, विन्यूनम मतलब जो वाइज लोग हैं, सब ब्रह्मचारी में फेलो मेडिटेटर्स, it means fellow monks. He is being praised by fellow monks also. And what is he being praised? Bahoti cha ayasma mahakachano imasya bhagavata sankirtena uddesasya udditthasa vithyarena artham avibhaktasya vithyarena artham vibhajita. He is, कहते हैं कि he is capable of expounding the detail meaning. So this is what they conclude. यहाँ सब लोग कहते हैं, भगवान ने भी उनकी प्रेज किया that he can do such things, and his fellow teachers also say, his companions in holy life also say so.
And Mahakachana is between the Mahakashya.
हाँ, वो महाकश्यप है, महाकच्चायन। So then say यमुनामयम आयस्मंतम महाकच्चम एतद मत्थम प्रतिपुच्छय, क्या? Suppose we were to go to him, यमुनामयम, suppose we are to go to him and question him, प्रतिपुच्छय, and repeat, ask him this question about this matter. So they think like this. Atkhote bhikkhu yena ayasma mahakachana tena upasankamissu. So the monks went to the place where Mahakachana was there. Upasankamitva ayasmata mahakachena saddhi samodhimissu. It is a standard phrase that having approached him, they exchanged greetings, courteous greetings with him. Samodhyanam katham sarmiyam vitisaretva ekamantam visidunam. And after exchange of courtesy, they sat to one side. Ekamantam nisinna khote bhikkhu आयस्मंतम महाकच्चम एतद्वोचम। तो एक तरफ बैठे हुए एकमंतम निसिंह, एक तरफ बैठे हुए उन भिक्षुओं ने महाकश्यप, वेनरेबल महाकश्यप से एतद्वोचम, ये कहा। क्या कहा? पूरी कहानी सुना दी उनको कि ऐसा हुआ कि भाई भगवान आए, उन्होंने ये, द होल थिंग आई हैव रिमूव्ड दैट, जस्ट रेपिटेशन ऑफ ऑल दैट। सो व्हाट डज द Mahakashyap replied to them, 203. Se yathapi avuso puruso sarathikkho saragavesi saraparine pariyesanam charamano mahato rukhasya tichito saravato atikkamma moolam atikkamma khandam sathapalasi saram variyesitapam manyeya evam sampadamidam ayasmantam sattari samuvrukkate tam bhagavantam अतिसत्वा हम है एतन मत्थम प्रतिपुच्छम अन्यथा। कहते हैं कि ये तो ऐसी बात हो गई, से मतलब इट इज जस्ट लाइक दिस, आविसो फ्रेंड्स, इट इज लाइक दिस, पुरुषो सारथिको सारगवेसी, एक कोई बंदा है, पुरुष है, जो कि heartwood चाहता है, सार मतलब heartwood of the tree. He needs heartwood of a tree, is looking for it and wandering in search of it. Then he comes over a tree and sees, ignores its root, ignores its trunk, and tree has heartwood in it. But then the imagination that we cuts out the branches and say ये heartwood है. So यही आपके साथ हाल है कि भगवान आपके सामने खड़े थे, उनसे पूछा नहीं, अब मेरे वहां का कुछ And then you imagine that I should be asked about this matter. And then he says, for you know that Blessed One knows, he sees, he understands everything, he is the knowledge, he is Dhamma, he is proclaimer of the truth, the restorator of the meaning, the giver of the death, those adjectives, and the Lord of Dhamma, the Tathagata. That was the time when you should have asked, questioned him about the matter. And then, however you have answered, you should have remembered it. Now you have come to ask me. So they say, yes, and Kachana. Adu Usso Kachana Bhagavad Janam Jan. This is true. Kachana, the Blessed One knows, and he repeats the same thing. He is the knowledge, he is the Dhamma, he is the proclaimer of truth, and so on. But then they add to it that you are also praised by the Dhamma. Apichayasma Mahakachana Sattu Cheva Samana Vinito Sambhavito Che Vinnunam Sabdam. You are also praised by the teacher and esteemed by all our knowledgeable holy companions in holy life, that you are capable of expounding the detailed meaning. So, please go ahead and tell us. See, the monks telling him. So then he replies, Tenaha also sunatha. So, okay friends, then listen. How sadhukam manasi karotha, having made your mind attentive. Bhavishyami, मैं बोल रहा हूँ, I am speaking, make your mind with an attentive mind, you listen. And they say, evam avasoti, kote bhikkhu ayasmato bhakachasam, kachososam. So they replied, okay, as you are saying, so we'll be attentive and pay attention to what you are saying. Saying, Ayasma Mahakachana etadavocha. This is what the Mahakachana said, 204th. Yam kono avuso bhagava sankhitena uddesam uddisitva vitharena tham avivejitva uthayasana vaharam pavitra. And again repeats the same thing concerning the brief statement that Blessed One made without expounding, and then when he went away, and then he repeats the statement. Repetition की आदत है ना, so to remember it. ये तो निदानम दिक्खु पूरी समझे 202 जहाँ से शुरू किया वो पूरी स्टेटमेंट वो स्पीक कर देते हैं कि अगर कोई ऐसी कॉज है जिसके कारण की मेंटल प्रोलिफरेशन हो रहे हैं और उस कॉज के प्रति आपके मन में कोई रिलिशिंग नहीं है, कोई द्वेष नहीं है, then there is not cause any, cause it reduction in the underlying tendency of craving, aversion, and that is ultimately responsible for reduction in quarrels and fights and things of that kind. So then he says, all this statement, evam vitharena atham ajjana. I understand it in detail like this. Now he is telling them what does he understand. Chakkhuncha vi avuso paticcha rupe cha uparjati chakkhu vinyā. So, dependent on eye and forms arises eye consciousness. Tinnam Sangati Passo. I think you remember it. We studied it in other suttas also. Tinnam Sangati Passo. The Tinnam Sangati means the coordination of these three is the contact. Passa Pachaya Vedana. On basis of contact, the feeling arises. Yam Vedeti Tam Sanjayati. What one feels, that one begins to recognize. Sanjayati. Uska perception होने लगता है. यम संजायति तम वितक्केति. What one perceives, that one thinks about. Yam vitaketi tam papanchati. What one thinks about, then that starts proliferating. And yam papanchati tado nidanam purisam papancha sanya sankha samudacharanti. So when the mind begins to think about and proliferate it, then papancha sanya sankhya, the the tendency to recognize and understand what the prapancha has arisen, then some अतीत अनागत पच्चुपन्नेषु चक्षु विन्नेषु रूपेषु, पास्ट के, फ्यूचर के, इस समय के जो भी चक्षु के विज्ञान की जो आपने चीजें देखी हैं वो सारी आपके मन में उठने लगती हैं. You begin to recognize them. Then he talks about each of the senses in their mind. So this
is the difference here between dependent origination.
Yeah.
It starts with this, but it goes to birth and.
So he's trying to explain to them specific thing. So with this specific thing, then this is the explanation. So it's not you will not find same dependent origination used everywhere in this. So there, depending on the need, what is the question being asked, he will explain. Because the question was how does the mental proliferation take place? So he is explaining how does the mental proliferation take place.
And possibly these are more easy to relate also, because in our lives also, mind keeps on churning, and based on these sensory inputs and the perception, this churning starts. And
we all know that. आप किसी चीज को देख लो, उसको देखते ही उससे रिलेटेड चीजें याद आनी शुरू हो जाएंगी. क्या मैंने देखा था ना, वो मन प्रपंच शुरू हो जाता है और फिर आप उसको इवैल्यूएट करने लगते हो. अच्छा है, बुरा है, अच्छा है, बुरा है. प्रपंच संज्ञा संख्या, दिस इज व्हाट इज मीनिंग. संज्ञा, प्रपंच की संज्ञा जो है घूमती रहती है. एंड उनके प्रति अगर आपके मन में राग है, इफ यू टेक डिलाइट इन दैट, उस थॉट में एंजॉय कर रहे हो या उस थॉट में परेशान हो रहे हो, तो फिर आपकी टेंडेंसी बढ़ती जाएंगी. टेंडेंसी बढ़ती जाएंगी तो फिर झगड़े करोगे, लड़ोगे लोगों से. मैं ठीक कह रहा हूँ, तुम गलत कह रहे हो. दैट्स द पॉइंट बीइंग एक्सप्लेन्ड. And same thing with respect to, then he talks about each of the senses, dependent on ear and sounds, dependent on nose and smell, dependent on body and touch, dependent on tongue and rasa, dependent on mind and thought. With everything the same thing is happening. Then every sense the same door is happening. So when he says then, now friends, when there is I, when there are forms, when there is I consciousness, it is possible to point out manifestation of contact. It is obvious. When there is manifestation of contact, it is possible to point out the manifestation of feeling. When there is manifestation of feeling, it is possible to point out manifestation of perception. When there is perception, it is possible to point out manifestation of thinking. When there is manifestation of thinking, it is possible to point out manifestation of being assailed by perceptions and notions tinged by mental proliferation. One can easily understand कि ये सब होता रहता है. और इसी तरह से सुनते हैं, स्मेल करते हैं. So at every contact this happens. At every contact the feeling will arise, perception will arise, and then thinking will arise. Then it will proliferate. Then there will be remembrance of past, future, and then you will be proliferated by this. And then he says, when there is no I, so what also chakkusmin asate rupe asati, chakku vinyane asati, phas sampannyanam panyapase tati. Nitam thanam. So then it's not possible. If there is no I, or if there is no form, or if there is no I consciousness, it is not possible that there will be any contact. It's not possible that there will be any contact. If either I is not there, or the object is not there, or the I consciousness is not there, then the contact will not be there. And if contact is not there, feeling will not be there. Feeling is not there, then assessment will not be there. Perception will not be there. Perception is not there, thought will not be there. Thought is not there, proliferation will not be there. Then they will not get into the flow. So this is what he is trying to explain with respect to each of the sense doors.
This is how to clearly comprehend that when there is no I, there are no forms.
This is physical life.
Yeah, physical life. आँख नहीं है तो कैसे देखेगा? कुछ सोचिए, फिर देखने के बारे में सोच नहीं सकते ना. तो हम सोच या आँख अगर जिसकी नहीं है वो कोई बाहर देख ही नहीं सकता, तो बाहर की चीजों को देखने का प्रश्न ही नहीं है. तो जो विजन से प्रपंच उठता है वो तो उसका कोई उठ नहीं सकता ना.
But then if it reverts it, given that we have eyes and all the senses, so all these punches will keep arising. Yeah. And then there are no ways to stop them.
They are arising because we are relishing them. If we don't relish them, if we have no attachment or no delight in that. We don't take delight in it. Prapanja will not arise. We'll just stop there. Pleasant. There'll be a feeling, you'll say it's pleasant. Fine, matter ends. And it happens when you're walking, it's not that everything creates a mental proliferation. Some things create a mental proliferation, which are, which have an imprint on the strong imprint on the mind. Neutral things, for example, don't create an impact.
But here, sir, when they say there is no I, the reference is more towards to cut from the beginning itself. That when we don't have an I, and then the form.
No, he's not mentioning where to cut it. That's not. I don't think that is the issue. It is only explaining how the cognition is happening and how it is going in the direction of prapancha. Okay. Because the question was that how does this prapancha happen? What did he say when he said prapancha happens and then there is, if you take relish in it, then there will be anusay klesh जो है बढ़ते जाएंगे. If you don't relish in it, then there will be anusay klesh कम हो जाएंगे और फिर आपका झगड़ा ही नहीं होंगे लोगों से. That is the point which is being explained to us.
The other another Buddha says the cutoff point was ignorance.
Ignorance तो fundamental है ही. अब वैसे साधना करते हुए कहा जाता है कट ऑफ इज दी वेदना पच्चय तन्हा, यू कैन स्टॉप इट. वेदना पचना तन्हा तो तभी रोकोगे जब इग्नोरेंस नहीं है. फंडामेंटल तो इग्नोरेंस है. इन प्रैक्टिस वी कैन से कि हाँ आप साधना करते समय वेदना हो रही है और आप उसको एंजॉय कर रहे हो तो तन्हा बढ़ती जाएगी. आप वेदना पे इग्नोरेंस नहीं है तो तन्हा नहीं बढ़ेगी. वेदना पच्चय अपन्या आ जाएगा. There is a way of understanding. Roots to ignorance is. Why are we reacting to Vedana with and creating tanha? Because there is ignorance. We enjoy it, we relish it. So then he explains. So concerning the brief statement Blessed One made after he entered the dwelling, this is what I understand. That is, if with regard to the cause whereby the perceptions and notions changed by mental proliferations assail a person, there is nothing there to relish, welcome or remain fastened to, then that is the end of underlying tendency of passion, underlying tendency of resistance, underlying tendency of views, underlying tendency of uncertainty, underlying tendency of conceit, underlying tendency of passion for becoming, and the underlying tendency of ignorance. That is the end of taking up of rods, weapons, and so on. This is how I understand it. If you wish, friends, go to the Blessed One and question about that. Then, of course, they go to the Blessed One and the Buddha told them, Mahakachana is a wise monk, he is a person of great discernment. If you had asked me, I would have answered the same. Then Ananda says to the Blessed One that this whole discourse looks so sweet from every point of view. It is like if it was a honey ball which you eat from one side is sweet, you take from other side it is sweet. And then he asks her, this discourse का क्या नाम दिया जाए? So he says, then Ananda, you can remember it as a Madhupinda के पर्याय. मधुपिंड का सूत्र. तो इस तरह से इसका नाम मधुपिंडक सूत्र पड़ा. What is the importance of this sutta is that this sutta is said to be have a germ of Abhidhamma in it. And then turns that it is trying to explain how cognition takes place in every day. So I'll read out now from that perspective again. Chakhuncha Praticcha Rupe Chopajjati Chakhu Vinyana. So on eye, there is eye consciousness arises. Tinnam Sangati Passo, so there is contact. Passa Pachya Vedana, then there is Vedana. Now, from Vedana onwards, Yam Vedeti Tam Sanyeti. So from Vedana there is Sanya. Yam Sanyeti Tam Vitakkati. Then from Sanya there arises Vitakka, thinking. Yam Vitakketi Tam Papancheti. From whatever you think, that proliferates. Then Yam Papancheti Tado Nidanam Purisam Papancha Sanya Sankhata Samudacharati. Then from the as the mind starts proliferating, then the the sangya, the way to understand, the way to recognize that, all that process begins, which is a detailed process of understanding and finding out pleasant or good or bad, and then recognizing them as variously and marking them as this, that. So these are the steps in which the process is taking place. So in Abhidhamma, this very germ has been expanded into the process of cognition. कैसे cognition होती है? So of course it starts from firstly the question कि चक्षु च प्रत्यक्ष रूपे च उपजति चक्षु विज्ञान, आपके सामने ऑब्जेक्ट आया तो चक्षु विज्ञान जागा. तो उससे पहले आदमी जिंदा था ना, तब क्या हो रहा था? ठीक है, मान लीजिए आदमी सो रहा है, तब भी जिंदा है, तो न चक्षु पे है, न कोई किसी भी सेंस पे नहीं, कोई भी विज्ञान नहीं जाग रहा, तब भी वो जिंदा है. कहाँ वो जो है एक क्या कहना चाहिए, सबकॉन्शियस कह लो, अनकॉन्शियस, वो शब्द नहीं यूज करते, भवंग चित्त का, भवंग चित्त है. Now that bhavanga chitta is the one which contains the latent tendencies of the mind, and this is formed at the time of birth. So पिछले बर्थ में जो पिछले टाइम जब आदमी मरा, उसमें जो विज्ञान जागा, उसके डिपेंडेंट जो विज्ञान इस लाइफ में जागा, उसको पहले के विज्ञान को भवंग चित्त कहते हैं. And what does it Bhavanga Chitta contain? It contains in seed form the effect of all the karmas of the past, the residual karmas. So Bhavanga Chitta जो है, that is the क्या कहना चाहिए default chitta, which flows along the lifespan.
This becomes going towards Advaita, where this is Bhavanga Chitta could be seen as something that got transferred from previous birth.
It is, every moment new chitta is arising, according to Abhidhammic understanding. The chitta is arising and passing away every moment.
But one chitta is something which is...
And no, that is also the same thing. At the time of death, the chitta which arises is called Chutti chitta. Then what next arises is Patisandhi chitta, immediately next. And then next which arises is Bhavanga chitta. Which means, and this Bhavanga chitta is containing, what will it be conditioned by? The previous chitta. Every chitta conditions the next one. वो सन डॉटर रिलेशनशिप कहा जाता है ना, तो वो डॉटर जैसे मेडिसिन में कहा जाता है सेल्स एंड डॉटर सेल्स एंड डॉटर सेल मरती है, नई पैदा होती है, तो नई सेल बिल्कुल नई नहीं है, वो डॉटर सेल कहा जाता है, बिकॉज इट कैरीज द इम्प्रिंट ऑफ द मदर. तो इन एग्जैक्टली सेम वे संखार जो प्रतिसंधि चित्त था, प्रतिसंधि चित्त का जो कंटेंट है इस गवर्न बाय द चुटी चित्त, जो इसलिए कहा जाता है कि मृत्यु के समय का जो चित्त जागा, जो उस समय का जो कॉन्शियसनेस हुई, वो कंडीशन करेगी नेक्स्ट कॉन्शियसनेस. तो वो नेक्स्ट कॉन्शियसनेस जो कंडीशन होगी, उसके अगली कॉन्शियसनेस को कहा जा विभंग चित्त.
So even Vibhanga Chitta arises, it's not something which is continuous.
No, it keeps on arising, passing away, and it gets modulated in the present life by the effects of the whatever you do. The Bhavanga Chitta जो है, वो modulate होता रहता है ना, but it contains the Anushay place of the past life. जो पिछले लाइफ के strong संखारास हैं, कर्म संखार है, वो रहते हैं. और इसलिए जब आदमी पैदा होता है, अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस अंडरस्टैंडिंग, दैट ऑल्सो इंक्लूड्स द लाइफ स्पैन व्हेन ही विल डाई. सो प्रेजेंट लाइफ स्पैन इज फिक्स्ड एट द टाइम ऑफ द बर्थ, बिकॉज दैट इज गवर्न डिपेंडेंट ऑन सच ए स्ट्रॉन्ग संखारा कि इस समय तो इसकी मृत्यु होनी ही है. वो भी एक संस्कार है, वो भी एक कर्म है, ऐसा कर्म किया हुआ उसने, तो उसकी मृत्यु इस समय होनी ही है. उस कर्मों का फल तो मिलेगा ना. सो दिस इज सपोज टू बी दी सबकॉन्शियस लेवल पे. जब हम डीप स्लीप में हैं, वी आर स्टिल अलाइव, दैट मीन्स द भवंग चित्ता इज ऑपरेटिंग, अराइजिंग पासिंग अवे, अराइजिंग पासिंग अवे. सो देन व्हाट, हाउ इज इट हैपनिंग? चक्षु विज्ञान, दैट you are say sleeping, and suppose we are sleeping deeply, and then sound is heard. If that sound is strong enough, then it disturbs the Bhavanga Chitta. तो वो उसको डिस्टर्ब करने में 3 स्टेज मानी गई, तो वो देख लेंगे बात। 3 मतलब पहले वो जो भवंग चल रहा था उसको रोकेगा, फिर वो नया वाइब्रेशन होगी, न्यू काइंड ऑफ थिंग विल अराइज बिकॉज ऑफ दिस व्हाट यू आर सीइंग और व्हाट यू आर हियरिंग, एंड देन द न्यू कॉन्शियसनेस विल अराइज, which will be the Chakru Vijnana or the Shota Vijnana or whatever. So this is how this Madhupindika Sutta is seen as a forerunner of the teaching. Then of course that is the beginning. Not only that, whole of it is explained. Then when you have the 3 stages of you have Atita Bhavanga उसके तो चला जा रहा है, जो वो डिस्टर्ब हुआ, बाहर से इनपुट आया तो वाइब्रेशन आई, उसको डिस्टर्ब कर दिया, एंड देन द न्यू चित्त अराइजेस, इट अरेस्ट द ओल्ड, पुराने भवंग को रोक के फिर नया चित्त जा रहा है, नया जो सेंस डोर पे, तो वो whenever there is external input they say that the mind में उथल पुथल होती है, and then there is a 5 door adverting consciousness कहा जाता है ना, the consciousness which is related to the 5 sense doors. So as soon as there is a input from any of the sense doors that arises and it recognizes, oh, this is sight, this is smell, this is taste, and then that Vijnana will arise. So this is how the whole process of arising of Vijnana is explained. And then the further processes, thinking arising, and that is another step of the process of cognition.
There is no I or I consciousness. In dream,
I means?
No.
Yeah, this I.
There is no I and I consciousness. Because
there is only Mano-Vijnana operating.
But
thoughts are arising.
But in dream, when people see something being seen, other than the fact the I and I consciousness and the contact is not there, rest everything is still there.
No, it's thought. No? So suppose we are sitting and we think, oh, I had been to Nalanda recently. You can, in your mind picture, you can create whole image of the auditorium where I gave the talk, isn't it? Just think and see. So that's all thought process happening. We are not seeing anything. Eyes are closed.
This thought process still feels like thought process, but in dream, you feel like seeing.
No, here also you can see. Just close your eyes and see whatever you like, you can see. Right? It's quite obvious.
So in that case, the
The
I
seeing
consciousness first is not there.
It's only memory which is operating. The prapancha is being created. Prapancha is being created by thoughts. Mano-Vijnanam is operating and thoughts are creating prapancha. This, that. And then those things get projected out. अब आप बैठे हो, किसी आदमी को याद करो, उसकी पिक्चर सामने आ जाती है, बिकॉज स्ट्रॉन्ग एफिनिटी, और किसी एफिनिटी नहीं है तो आएगी नहीं, या आपने अगर ध्यान इतना किया कि वो सारी इमेज हट गई है आपके, तो फिर आपको याद नहीं आएगा. So these processes of sanya arising is recognition. So that is also one mind state, which mind arises. इसका संपित्तन्न चित्त का है, संपत्ति छन्न चित्त, which is the process of receiving consciousness. It is receiving the signal and finding out क्या हो रहा है. Then there is thought about it. That is, so you are determining what it is. So then there is determining consciousness. Then there is prapancha. प्रपंच कन्या तो बहुत लंबा प्रपंच चलता है, कहा वो 7 माइंड मूवमेंट्स हैं, जब तक वो चलता रहेगा, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द इंटेंसिटी ऑफ द प्रपंच, कैन बी 7 or less than 7. So then that is called the javana chitta. So all these will operate, and then there will be consciousness which will register कि क्या हो रहा है. So in this way, the whole process of cognition is broken down into number of steps, and the maximum number of steps which is said can be 17. So it is said 17 mind moments will constitute one process of cognition. So this is what the Abhidhammic kind of classification, which has its roots in this sutta. That's why this sutta I read. You can see this operation when it is explaining that there is consciousness, then there is sanya, So Sanya is also a part recognizing consciousness. Then there is thinking, vitakka, then there is prapancha, then there is prapancha sanya sankhara, which means going on conceptual proliferation. One was thinking, then there is conceptual proliferation going on about that, past, present, future. So that process is going on. And then you determine, oh, this has happened, that has happened. So अभिधम्मा में ना इस तरह के क्लासिफिकेशंस किए गए हैं कॉन्शियसनेस के, तो उसके साथ जो अनुसय क्लेश हैं, कौन कौन से मेंटल स्टेट्स उठेंगी, वो फिर एक्सप्लेन की गई. They will depend on the nature of consciousness which has arisen. So that's how these explanations are done.
The last one is the consciousness which recognizes what is happening. Is that sati?
No, that is, they're all put down as processes of cognition. So this is a whole process of cognition. Cognition is, जिसको हम एक स्टेप मानते हैं.
समझ आया.
देखा, मैंने देखा ये लैपटॉप है, हमने तो कहा देखा लैपटॉप है, बट वो देखा लैपटॉप है प्रोसेस में कितनी स्टेप्स हुई. पहले मैं देख नहीं रहा था, फिर मैंने देखा तो उसमें 3 स्टेप्स हो गए, फिर कुछ वो फीलिंग हुई, फिर रिकॉग्निशन हुआ, उसके स्टेप्स सारे बताए गए. फिर उसको देख के लगा यार ये तो बहुत पुराना हो गया है, ये तो गंदा है, इसको नया खरीदना चाहिए, तो प्रोलिफरेशन हो गया. सो होल दैट थिंग हैपेंस लाइक फ्लैश ना, हम लोग को पता ही नहीं चलता. You just see and immediately the whole thing will happen in a flash. So that flash is then broken down into mind movements. It's obviously impossible for us to do. It is said that Sariputta was the only person who could do that. There's no other person who could see the mind.
Was kind of is attributed to Sariputta.
It is said that in seed form Buddha gave it. Some जो orthodox Theravada कहते नहीं, it was all done by Buddha. Less orthodox Theravada say Buddha gave it to Sariputta in a matrix form, in a concise form, and Sariputta wrote it. Ayana call it Sariputta Abhidharma Kosha. So they कहते तो Sariputta ही लिखा हुआ. So believe in that. So it's of course their Abhidharma is slightly different. उसमें categories वगैरह different हैं. थोड़ी सी मतलब गलत वो contradictory नहीं है, different.
Theravada में सिर्फ अभिधम्मा का मेंशन है. और
थेरावादा में ही अभिधम्म माना जाता है ना, अभिधम्म पिटक पूरी मानी जाती है. बुद्धा ने उसकी स्टोरी है कि बुद्धा वेंट टू अभिधम्म टू कृष्णदेव लोका, अपनी माता जी को अभिधम्म पढ़ाया, तो वो अर्थ पे पढ़ा नहीं सकते उसको, बिकॉज इट हैज टू बी टॉट इन 1 stroke, and in 1 stroke it cannot be taught. It takes at least 100 days of earth. And since 100 days of earth equal to 1 day of तुषिता, तो वो तुषित देवलोक में जाके उन्होंने एक सिटिंग में उनको कहा. लेकिन उस दौरान बीच बीच में रेस्ट लेते थे, इधर आते थे, यहाँ पे he would do पिंडपात in earth, tell Sariputta this is what I am doing and go back. That is the story, legend of it, Abhidhamma. Whatever it is, there is a body of knowledge available, literature available which we can study and benefit.
So all traditions basically have some little faith in Abhidhamma.
Yeah. We all recognize that Abhidhamma is the Abhi means higher Dhamma, because it expounds the truths in like a microscopic detail. So that is the way, Abhidhamma germ is seen in Madhyapundika Sutta. So let me read out to you from one paper, which is written by one Bhikshu on this relationship. So I'll just read out the conclusion. A visible object enters the avenue of the eye. The Bhavanga consciousness vibrates for one moment. The Bhavanga consciousness perishes, arresting the Bhavanga stream. जो stream चल रही थी subconscious, उसको arrest कर दिया गया. The 5-door apprehending consciousness arises. So now new consciousness arises. Present consciousness arises and apprehends the very object, same visible object. इसमें है last, इसमें आप देखो. eye consciousness seeing that very form. So that is the next step. Then recipient consciousness which receives it, मतलब उसको evaluate करने की process शुरू हुई. Investigating consciousness, then determining consciousness. So these are various consciousnesses so explained in that manner. All this put together we say sanya. Then there is 9 to 15 are sense sphere jhavanas, which means mental proliferation of various kinds happening. Up to 7, determining on the impact. If the impact is mild, they will not arise. There will be 1 or 2. If the impact is strong, they say up to 7 can arise. And then there are 2 retentive resultants. जो उसका effect हुआ, जो भी आके आपकी stream में फिर enter हो जाएगा. आपने उस पर राग जगाया, कि द्वेष जगाया, कि क्रोध जगाया, कि भाव जो भी जगाया, उसका impact फिर आपकी consciousness की stream में चला जाएगा. That is the retentive resultants arise, which are the resultants of this process of cognition. So all this put together is said to be the process of cognition. 17 mind moments for each process of cognition.
Interesting. One moment of cognition can
be broken down into 17 mind moments. So that's why it is said, object arising, the physical or material we arise passes away. The time in which a material arises and passes away, in that time 17 mind moments happen. because of this reason. तो आपने कुछ देखा, उसके बाद 17 माइंड मोमेंट्स में आपने उसको रिकॉग्नाइज किया, फिर कुछ और देखा, 17 माइंड मोमेंट, उस दौरान वो ऑब्जेक्ट तो वहीं रहेगा, उसकी तो डिसिपेशन होगी नहीं. So that's how the consistency has been brought in the Abhidhammic understanding.
How big is one mind moment?
It is said even कि पलक झपकने में कोटि अनेक कोटि मतलब a few crores people.
crores पलक झपकने में.
So it is beyond our ability to figure it out. इतना फाइन माइंड हो कि उसको आप देख सकें. कभी वो कहते हैं ना कि पता नहीं चल पाता संज्ञा कहाँ जागी और कहाँ आपको रिएक्शन ही पता चलता है, रिएक्शन हो गया. Unless you see something which you don't recognize, then you know, हाँ समझ में आ रखा है. Then feelings get arrested. कि ये डर लग रहा है, सचमुच में डर लग रहा है, चीज है भी कि नहीं है क्या? Then you are not sure. Then the stream get arrested because you are not sure. You are not able to determine क्या है. तो फिर वो डाउट होने लगता है. Doubt arises, then that consciousness will arise. And associated with doubt, there may be fear, there may be apprehension. So those things. So that is the Madhupinda process. इसी तरह एक आध और भी हैं जिनमें कहा जाता है कि